Are you looking for a unique movie podcast that does reviews, analysis, and topical conversations of the wonderful world of movies? Check out James Beaver's Beaver Does Movies on all of your favorite streaming platforms: Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, Iheart, TuneIn, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Castro, Castbox, Podchaser, and a host of others. They watch the silly, the weird, and the bizarre of movies. They do in-depth analysis and movie retrospectives. They discuss industry trends, well thought out and meditated on. James has it all on Beaver Does Movies. We at SeanGeek are huge fans of the show. Maybe if we're lucky, we can be on his show. Why don't you give James some love over on his Twitter at Beaver Does, Instagram Beaver Does Movies, Facebook at Beaver Does Movies, or you can go to his website, beaverdoesmovies.com. Check him out. Really great show.
Everyone, this is FastFretFingers coming to you from the FastFretFingers studio. My brother Sean is not here today. He seems to have a bit of a cough, so I'm going to fill in and see how well or how bad I do. So I did notice today on Facebook, I saw a little bit of a blurb, and this was talking about Alberta. Let's see here. Alberta to prevent lawsuits against homeowners protecting property. Now, I know myself, when someone breaks into either your home or your car or anything like that, you feel terribly violated and you want justice. And it's not like you can call the police and they're going to come out and they're going to start doing CSI and taking well, I don't know how far they go, but I'm sure there's a lot more things that they can better use their time doing than trying to look for say someone who stole a tire or something, or somebody rummaging through your vehicle. Now, of course, as the person that it affects, you can get pretty angry. And I know if I, went outside and I saw someone rummaging through my vehicle, you want to take things in your own hands. Like if you had a baseball bat, you probably want to go over there and just rifle, break his arm or something, because if, say in a perfect world, you blew your whistle and you had the cops coming with their little batons like they used to show in the shows back in Europe and whatnot, stop, type thing, and then they take you away and whatnot. They don't do that. That's not how it works here. And even if they did that, even if it did come to that, what would be the end result? Nothing, really. They might have a record, although if they've had a previous record, just throw it in the pile with the rest. It ain't going to make any difference. With the rash of these robberies that are going right now in the liquor stores and even in the grocery stores, people are just brazen now. They just kind of walk in because they know that, nothing's going to happen. No one's been, they're talking about arresting everyone that's done it. I think I saw that also in the news. Like, good luck with that. What's that going to do? With the jails, filling up with people. These are the people who would be there minimally at best. I prefer, and this is my personal opinion, public canings. That would be, I know it's barbaric and it's probably, it may offend some people, but hey, that's my opinion. It's someone's, breaks in your house, cleans you out, and your life is what's affected. I mean, it's not just a matter of the stuff is gone. Now all of a sudden, now you don't have anything. Now you have to go out and get stuff. Then you have to get the insurance, and you have to go through the police report. Your life is totally disrupted for one incident. And this other person, they just, wipe their hands, done. You want to arrest me? Fine. Go ahead. Do what they got to do. But as for taking laws in your own hands, I know in the U.S., I mean, you've seen it. I mean, I've even heard, well, I'm assuming they're real. Sound footage where they're saying, someone's breaking into, I think it was his neighbor. It wasn't even his. And he said that he was going to shoot the person, and then 911 said, no, don't do that. So, but I think he actually did shoot somebody for breaking into the next door neighbor. Now, I'm not a proponent of shooting people. I mean, that's kind of like to the extreme. My extreme would be the public caning. That would be my 2 cents on that. I know in the past when I've had my vehicle broken into, stuff is rummaged around depending on who broke in and how delicate they are when they do so. Some people, within the last couple of years, I think they just kind of check the doors of vehicles. They go in, rummage through, grab what they can, leave. Nothing's broken. Might get a few dollars in change if that, but just the violation itself is terrible, and it's and it affects people, of course, mentally, because now they're paranoid and they're looking outside all the time. I mean, I had a car alarm when I first got it, and I don't know if it was just sometimes it'll just go off for no reason back when they first came out. So you'd be paranoid. You'd be, every time you'd hear a car alarm that sounded like yours, you'd be running out and, you'd be, freaking out for no reason. Now with these lawsuits that they're trying to get away from, it says here, Alberta's making changes to prevent homeowners from being sued if they injure people committing crimes on their property. This should not even exist. Like, what is that? So basically you're violating the person twice. Just like everything else that people go through with the law, when they have to go through that channel, no matter what it is, they're actually violated twice, because now they have to relive it. They have to go through the whole process. What is the answer to this? Public canings would probably deter a lot of people from actually doing stuff, because they would actually be punished in public and humiliated, maybe. I think that would satisfy myself. But like I said, that's my interpretation of it. Let's see. Now I have one here, an article. It says, what rights do you have to defend your property in Canada? I want to say it's blank, but let's see. It says, this was from Global News. It says, here, a recent incident in Okotoks, I think it is, Alberta, in which a homeowner was charged after allegedly shooting a trespasser on his land, has raised questions about the actions homeowners can legally take to protect the property. Then it says Global News spoke with 2 legal experts who said that there's no hard and fast rule when it comes to defending property, and that each case is different. What do you mean by each case is different? It's not like you can call them up and says, okay, I got someone rummaging through my garage. They're cleaning me out. What case do I fall under? Do I fall under the go over there and wave my finger at them, or just go over there and scare them away? Not approach them at all and just grin and bear it and, get taken up the hoop again for no reason? Take matters into your own hands. Go out there, threaten them, grab a baseball bat, sneak up on them. There's no reason why you should have to let them know that you're there. They never did, so why should you? Take out some kneecaps maybe. But yeah. Now I know criminal negligence is another one, because like I said back when I had my car broken into one time, and this was when I was younger, so of course you've got all kinds of ideas, right? Well, one was putting razor blades underneath the door handle of your vehicle, although not really practical, especially if you're opening the door yourself. But in that case, I believe they would call that criminal negligence. They're trying to do something illegal. They hurt themselves. You're in trouble. Someone breaks into your house. Your dog bites them. Good. Break and bite them. Bite their arm off. Well, maybe not that extent, but you get where I'm going at with this. We need to find out what our rights are, what we can do, what the government is looking into doing, decriminalizing the people that are getting victimized would be number one. Lethal force, I can see that off the table. No, I mean, you can't kill them. I mean, that's a whole different ballgame altogether. But they should be responsible for what they've done, and to the satisfaction of the person that they've done it to. But it should be agreed upon throughout the land. And not just how the government stipulate, this is what it is, that's it, you're done. I mean, I'm sure if one of the politicians were broken into, they'd have the CSI out there doing their business, for someone who stole their pet's a squeaky toy or something. But there again, that's my opinion. Now, that's all I really had. I was just going to just touch on that a little bit because I know there's a lot of places, and this was for the Alberta, for the lawsuits. Now, I'm not too sure, like when Sean and I talk about stuff, he does all the research, and then he just kind of gives me a headline, and I just kind of run with it, and either I'm on the mark, or I'm not even close, or it's a whole different perspective that no one really even thought of until I just kind of, just grabbed it out of thin air. But, so now I've done a little bit of research, very, very little, just a couple of articles I was looking at to see, but that is very profound for me. It's one of those things where if you see something happening, like these liquor stores that have been held up, or not even held up, sorry, they just not smash and dash, they just go in, grab their stuff, leave, and everyone just kind of stands there in bewilderment going, why am I paying for my stuff? Why do these guys get to go through? Who's going to tend to this? Who's going to teach these guys a lesson? Is this going to be the norm now, from now on? I mean, with the meth crisis and everything else going on at the moment, and no one's safe. I mean, whether you're in the city, in the rural areas, I mean, it's affecting everyone. So there's got to be a plan in place, and I sure hope that they find something that's effective, that's going to curb this issue that's going on. So anyway, that's my rant. I figured I'd do a little bit of a podcast. This is my first one that I've tried myself. Hopefully you enjoyed it, if not for just to listen. All my facts and figures. I haven't sat down and done all my research. I'm not a reporter by any means. Just kind of more of what I hear and what I think. But that's my 2 cents. So we will talk to you later. See ya.